afternoon coffee time. Another day out in the forest, folks. Not sure what I'm getting into yet, but it's the first day where it is really hot. It's 80 degrees. We're out in Jersey, Pine Barrens. Think I want to bounce around Wharton. There's one or two things I want to check out over there. There's always something to check out, but I have a list of things that I'm slowly working through. And I was just looking on the map and was saying that the road was reported closed. Kind of one of the cool things about using Google Maps for some of this stuff. You'll get information like that. I guess some of the other apps do it as well. But in any event, late start, but I think there'll be maybe some things to see. Maybe not. And if you see this video, that means there probably is. But first, as always, I got to show, what it's like getting out of, in my case, Philadelphia, to come enjoy some calm. So I'm going to cue that up first for you. I'm going to make my way down to Wharton. See you in a bit. So we're coming up on the road that is supposedly closed. Let's see. This doesn't look close to me.
There's a possible road closure ahead.
I'm going to keep on going because there was a trooper there, and I want to go across the double line. Let's just pull into Basto Village. Plan B. Parking lot's packed. Yeah, there's something going on. I don't know. Something going on. I've never seen it like this. So I can record. I don't know what's going on here. I've never seen it this crowded, but that's okay. We're doing our own thing. So let me figure that out, and then we'll be on our way. All right, curiosity got the better of me. I'm gonna ride up here and ask what's going on. guess there was nothing going on. In case you're wondering what that squawking is, it's the radio. It's monitoring the off-road channel, which is, you can look it up, but it's I forget the exact frequency, but it ends up being a GMRS3. Basically, it's 4x4, which is 16. So if you know anything about radios, it's channel 16, but some FRS radios only have 12 channels, and they overlap with the GMRS channels. So there's an actual the frequency is the most important thing. So I forget exactly what it is, but I think it's GMRS3. Don't hold me to that. Gonna follow this for a while and see what happens. so I can let them go by. You can tell the people who know these roads better than others because they tend to rip through them a little bit quicker. I'm out here being leisurely, taking it all in, so I don't want to hold anybody up. Yep. I told you, some people, they know this area and they're doing their thing, which is cool. Always be polite, folks. You know, you're kind of in some people's backyards. There's a concept of, I don't want to say foreigners, but, concept of people who aren't from here coming out to the forest. And I don't mean bad actors. I mean just, people who aren't used to being here, and, they catch attitude because someone else is trying to do things a little bit differently. And there's no reason for that, Do your thing, let other people do their thing, and everything will be fine. Thank you. Another fork. Let's see. What are we going to do here? So if all goes well, this should get us up to the Quaker Bridge crossing. Nope. Sure, a lot of you folks are watching this with jokes about how I'm avoiding in these holes. And, you know, if you seek that, that's fine. I don't. I've done recoveries. I've been recovered. It's all good, but I don't seek out that type of entertainment. But do you? Kind of interesting. Every so often you'll get this series of these I know what you call them. I think sometimes people call them whoopses, or you know, it's just it's like the hills, right? And they're close together now, and I don't know why that happens. I'm assuming it's just naturally that way. I don't think anyone would have a road designed purposely this way, but it's kind of interesting. Sometimes it looks like they're at different angles, and you could be in a situation where you've got, you're not up on 3 wheels, you're up on 2 wheels, right? And of course, even in a 4-wheel drive vehicle, that could cause you a problem. You actually, for something like that, you need lockers, at least front or rear. But if you have one set of lockers, usually most vehicles that don't have full lockers, front and back, have back. So it looks weird when you're driving up to it. I don't know how it's coming out on the GoPro, but yeah, sometimes it looks precarious, but it's like they're spaced just far enough so that that doesn't happen, or at least it hasn't happened to me yet. And of course, the length of a 4-door vehicle is different than a 2-door, so I find it weird. Like I said, I think it probably just happened over time, but it's just interesting that it doesn't seem to be much of a challenge, even though if you're just looking at it and thinking about it, it might be. Another thing I'll say is that with that one vehicle that pulled over for me, one of the encouraging things I saw was that his vehicle was not wet. And what that tells me is that from where he was coming, which is probably at least where we're going to let out on this first piece, the whole path is dry. And so far this path has been dry, just a couple of little things, which you saw were mud. But it seems like this part of the forest, again, this is Wharton. We are west of Basto. actually northwest at this point, I think. We're going up the west side of the Basto River. This is Basto River Road. So this side doesn't seem to hold water or flood as much as other areas of Wharton, which I like I said, for me it's fine, because I'm not looking for that type of fun. I'm out here doing between 5 and probably 10 miles an hour, because these paths are a little bit narrower. Other places, when I'm out, I'm no more than about 15. Sometimes 20 if I know it's a stretch and I just want to get through it. But in any event, we are coming up. Yeah, we're coming up on Quaker Bridge. This should be Quaker Bridge Road. Let's zoom in. Quaker Bridge. Oh yeah, to the right. Somebody's coming. I'm not in their way. I've never commented from this angle, so this is kind of interesting to me, but maybe not so much to other people. So this is Quaker Bridge. Actually never been over here during the day. I've only been out here in the evening, so this is actually pretty cool. I like this. definitely a place to pull over and chill. But I think we're just gonna take Quaker Bridge, Atison, Quaker Bridge, Atison, something like that. Follow that vehicle because they are probably going the way we want. Oh, no, they're not. They're going back down Basto River Road. All right. So now we're on Quaker Bridge, Atison Road. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. Atison, I guess. Atsion, Atison. Been on here before. This road's wide, so here's where I'd probably be doing about 20. But let's slow it down and take it all in. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, I'll do it. Oh yeah, cool. This road here, because it it leads to Quaker Bridge, which is a little bit more of a hiking area. The Batona Trail is there, so hiking, cycling, things like that. This road here is easily drivable by all-wheel drive vehicles. I've been in four-wheel high since I've been on the trail, especially since I know what to expect on Basto River Road. But this road here, as you can see, it is wider, and pretty much an all-wheel drive vehicle, or maybe even some two-wheel drive vehicles, will make it through. That clearing you saw is popular, and so I'm actually surprised there's not more people there. There's tons of people at Basto Village, but there's a lot of people out, and like I said, today is the first really hot day. It's actually warmer now. my phone was saying 80, but the car was saying 75. The car's saying 78 now, so we're 3 degrees warmer. I don't know what the phone is saying because I'm recording right now, but yeah, this is a popular area, but I've never been on Basto River Road. I've never taken that route up here, and I wanted to do that for a while now, and I just it was always something different to do, and it sort of fell out of mind for a while. But that was a nice trail. Not very complicated. It's if those holes were holding water, that could be a little bit tricky because some of those holes were deep. That road, I would not want to be in an all-wheel drive vehicle, but on a day like today, doing what I did, just go around them, not a problem. And before the all-wheel drive vehicle people go crazy, like you Subaru folks, or even like the Mazda CX-30 or CX-5 or something, Ford Explorers. I know you have advanced all-wheel drive vehicles that will emulate four-wheel drive, but you've probably seen the same videos I have, and if we're being honest, that your vehicle is not the same as an actual 4x4. And even then it gets more complicated because, like I said, there are times when you actually need lockers, and not everybody with a four-wheel drive vehicle even has lockers. So I'm not knocking that. Like I said, go have your own fun, but you have to have the right equipment for the task. And vehicles, like other things, are tools in this case. And if you want to be out, certainly a lot of vehicles are all-wheel drive, and like I said, we'll do some of this easier stuff. But to get deep into the forest or off-road, yeah, you got to be honest with yourself and get something that's an actual 4x4. But yeah, that's it. If you're still here, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I might shoot over to the Atison recreation area, and if I do, I'll add that in. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. This has got a really steep incline, and probably better I let the bike go first. Plus, I was still in. Yeah, so let the bike go. This is like an incline here, and sort of like a blind, not blind, but he would have been annoyed if he had to wait for me. So no big deal. I don't mind being slow. curious to see who's out here. Oh, okay. Not that full either. Surprising. Let's see. Let's do this. Can't get any. Let's get closer. This side because it's closest to where you can walk down to the water.